I know I showed like some of the food signs last week. I don't remember which ones I actually did. But I started a new lesson. It's pets. So I'm gonna show those later. Um, there's some stuff from this week, so I want to talk about that. Mostly karate, because it's always karate. That's the main thing I'm doing besides schoolwork, which I am sharing because ASL. I don't even have a drawing class anymore because I finished that. So it's literally adulting ASL, and the adulting isn't any fun. I mean, like, it's helpful because I remember the one lesson was on boundaries. The one I'm currently doing is like cooking and baking. So like the differences between some stuff. So like the best methods to do stuff. And some questions where it's like safety. Which I think I took the test on that today, so I'm gonna be doing something else. But the one question was like, oh, this person's taking something out of the oven. What are they gonna use? And you use oven mitts because you're gonna burn your hands. Like the one thing was, the one option was bare hands, which you're gonna burn your hands. Paper towel, damp kitchen towel, which is even worse, because I actually remember consumer science when I was still in school. So consumer science, depending on the grade, was either sewing or cooking, because it was sewing for the 6th graders, cooking for the 7th graders, and sewing for the 8th graders. So I ended up having consumer science in the 7th grade. It was actually my choice because normally you don't get it to choose. It's just put on your schedule. But I was originally in band, which took... My phone just went. I will check that after. I was originally in band, and that would normally take the spot of an elective, which consumer science was one of them. But since I had quit band, I got to choose out of classes that had spots open, so I ended up choosing consumer science. So anyway, I remember my teacher had said, I think it was like government, happened to be sitting on like slightly wet counter or whatever. She didn't realize it, so she went to grab something and she burned her hand because the water boiled, basically. Because it was slightly wet and her hand was in it. So then, water, hot surface, the water gets too hot. She burned herself with that. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I am. So yeah, that's even worse. I'm getting off topic. Anyway, so like, yeah, you're talking about some of the stuff's helpful, but it's like, eh. Anyway, so I have the ASL, karate, because that's one of the main things I'm doing. So I know I'm 90% sure I mentioned I was gonna be showing my neighbor a book I had, so did that. That was fun. I ended up talking about it. It was mostly me talking for 2 hours. Because like I was talking about the characters and their quirks, and so that was fun. And I kept showing the art. It's like, oh, the art's so cool because I love the art. I'm not gonna grab it even though it's behind me because it's not the point. On Tuesday, so there's like this one family, my karate class. I've told them a handful of times, and I should really start thinking of like something to call them instead of just like describing every time, so it'll be a lot easier. So one family in my class, so the mom and then her oldest daughter are in my class, and then the young one, she's in the kids class. So I was hanging out with them on Tuesday, so that was really fun. The water balloons, and we were watching TV. It was My Academia. It was Vigilantes, which is the prequel to the main series. It recently got adapted into an anime. So I loved watching that. Had time for a few episodes and we went to karate. I mean, the water balloons, because obviously we're doing it outside, we had to pick up little balloon pieces afterwards, but worth it. my clothes were, I didn't bring a bathing suit because I didn't know what we were doing. So my shorts and t-shirt ended up soaked, so I ended up borrowing clothes from their mom. So I had dry clothes, so you put my clothes on the dryer, so I wasn't stuck in wet clothes. Just a pair of pajama pants and a t-shirt. They were really comfy, actually. So that was really fun. I liked hanging out with them. I mean, the kids are complete chaos. Like, I'm gonna fully admit to that, because the older daughter is a few years younger than me. I think she might be like 12. And the other one, I would have thought 8 or 9. They're complete chaos, but it was fun to spend time with them. When my mom picked me up from class that night, she ended up asking them, and they both just started rambling because they had fun. So, yeah, I want to do that again. They invited me over again yesterday, but I just kind of chilled at home yesterday after I did my schoolwork. I don't remember if I said I got my second stripe. You need 3 for promotion. So the stripe week is every month, so I have 2 stripes now. So yay. Probably mention it because stripe week was last week, but in case I forgot. So I know, I know I talked about the picnic. I want to show the tie-dye shirt I did. So, there's a picnic they do every summer, and you could get shirts to tie-dye. So this is mine. The dye faded, unfortunately. My grandmother had helped me wash it when I had gone to her house the day after, because it was the picnic, celebrating my mom's birthday the next day. But I had the shirt right there, so I wanted to share that. Anyway, ASL. So I don't remember all of them. Like, I know I learned dog, and I don't remember what it was. So I'm going to do the ones I remember. I was, like, mentally reviewing these before doing this. So for pet, you use both hands for the sign, but you do different things instead of the same thing. So your one hand is just here, then your other hand kind of like goes over your hand. So like grab and pull up. Pet. I don't know how many times you do it, because like some, if you do it a certain amount of times, it has different meanings. Like I remember eat and food, it's the same motion, but one you do it once, one you do it twice. But pet. For cat, you can do this one-handed or two-handed, but you do the same motion if you do two-handed. So take your hand, turn it to the side, just like bring it near your face, and just pinch, pull out. Cat. Kind of like cat's whiskers. You can also do it with both hands. Cat. I don't remember what dog was. For fish, you take one hand, and you just, kind of like a fish swimming. Spider, you need both hands, put them on top of each other, have them down, and just like move your fingers. Spider. I probably shouldn't be moving that forward. Spider. Kind of looks like it has more legs than a spider, because spider would be this, I guess, but spider. For lizard, you also need both hands. Well, technically it's like a hand and an arm. So your one hand makes an L. Take your other hand, and then you move the L like a lizard would move. Lizard. I don't remember snake. I think I remember, but I'm not confident enough to show it. For bird, it kind of looks like a bird's beak. So you take one hand, You close most of it except for your thumb and pointer finger. You put it like in front of your face. You can close it. Bird. Kind of like a bird's beak. For horse, take both hands. Have 2 fingers up and your thumb out. Your thumbs go against your head. You bring your fingers down. Horse. I remember rabbit was similar, except it goes the other way, but I don't remember exactly the hand shape, so I'm not gonna do that one. So those are all the ones I remember. So, pets. That was awkward. Anyway, I don't really have anything else, because I talked about Tuesday. Thought about karate. There's nothing really coming up. Weapons clinic! Oh my gosh! Give me a sec. I have a small collection of weapons in my closet now. I mean, none of them work, because I did commas. They're not sharpened. Did fan. The fan's plastic. I mean, I guess this won't work because it's just wooden sticks, but anyway. Sword, which is wooden. But anyway, I have a small collection of weapons in my closet now. I don't remember how to say the name, because it's ARNIS and then sticks. So I don't remember how to say that. And I haven't shown the weapons before. I was excited about this. So you hold them near the bottom. So it's like one hand of space from the bottom. So I'd hold it here. And do the same thing on the other side. I'm not gonna actually do anything with them, but I have these. We learned some self-defense with it. Also, combination, like you would make an X, like with both, and then you go across, and then like the person's head, elbows, and then their knees. And there was a thing where you're like this, so then you'd hit like that. That was cool. Maybe I'll talk more about the weapons one day, because like I haven't a lot. I honestly don't always remember, because they're just in my closet most of the time. Like, I've tried practicing outside with them before, but honestly, practicing alone is boring, so. And I don't really have anyone to practice with, because my mom is at work, and my sister lives hours away. And same with my dad, so. Anyway, I don't just really remember that. Did this thing like a week or 2 ago. I just randomly remembered this, so I don't know. Anyway, I have nothing else. I'm gonna stop getting distracted. Stay safe. Have a good day.